What is up, YouTube universe? This is C.K.AWESOME, and I'm going to be doing my first kind of podcast style video here, where I'm going to just be displaying images and talking about the very new Assassin's Creed Valhalla cinematic trailer, as well as things I do and don't want in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So let's get, Valhalla. Man, I always say Valhalla. That's kind of my thing. You get one word wrong and you'll just say it for life, and I always thought it was Var, not Val, so I'll probably be getting that wrong. But Assassin's Creed Valhalla, let's get into it. So, watching the cinematic trailer, it was amazing. I wouldn't necessarily say it screams Assassin's Creed per se, but it definitely does have, there's something there that I could see being great. It definitely feels very reminiscent of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which, Assassin's Creed Odyssey wasn't really it's not even Assassin's Creed, really. There's not even a hidden blade, there's barely any hoods, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was just no for me. However, I think Valhalla is gonna bring back, some of those elements that we need. But based upon this trailer, I feel like it's still going to be kind of like Odyssey in the sense that it's not going to directly be, you're an assassin, you're a Templar. I think it's still going to be pretty vague about who is what. Our main character in this game, he looks completely badass. The guy, he looks like a Viking. Yeah, that's like really all I can say. He looks like a Viking. As far as some of the elements, as far as the character stuff that we know, if you go onto the Ubisoft web store website, you can see the collector's edition, I believe, of the game is already up for pre-order, and in that it has a little picture of a female character with the same name as our main character, or as the male character in the trailer. So I think they're definitely improving on the whole Odyssey complex, as I'm calling it. Which the Odyssey complex for me was, it makes no sense to have, you need to have one character that is the same all the way through the story. The Odyssey deal, switching in between male and female, yes, is cool, but is the story for Odyssey, was it Alexios' story or was it Cassandra's? Because Assassin's Creed is all about history. You can't, they're trying to tell a story where you're replaying history. You're not necessarily making that history. And that's where I think Odyssey went wrong, and that's where the complex comes in, because if you chose to do Alexios' story, for you the history is Alexios kills Cassandra, or Cassandra lives, or whatever. But if you played with Cassandra, then it's the opposite. Alexios lives or dies, or whatever you made that. And that's not what Assassin's Creed is. The history is an element. History can't be rewritten. It can be retold, which is what they're doing. But the ending and the way the story should have went, you can't be changing that. And that's why I didn't enjoy Odyssey. The whole time I'm just sitting here thinking, it's like, it doesn't matter. All it is a role switch and a gender switch. And I don't care about the gender stuff. It's just, it affects the literal historical timeline of it, and it does not work. But, back to Valhalla, it looks like in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the character, you can choose whether it's a male or female, but at the end of the day, it seems like it's telling the same person's story. It just, the difference is if you want it to be a guy or a girl. Still, there's kind of a complex there, but at the end of the day, at least it's one person, where you can customize one person's change, and it's not going to change the whole story, kind of like it would, kind of like how Odyssey did it. So I'm fine with it being a male or female character. I just wish Ubisoft would, I wish they would just compromise and pick a direction. Say we're going with a female protagonist, say we're going with a male protagonist. It really does not matter. I think they think that people feel the need to, be able to completely change everything, and they feel the need to provide all these different things available for people. Yes, that's true, but the best thing about Assassin's Creed is that you can change the story. Like, the story, you can't change the story. My bad. You can't change the story. It's about telling history. So in that limitation, they're protecting themselves. But by opening it up like they did with Odyssey, it completely screws the whole timeline. So, yeah, that's my Odyssey rant for the day. You're welcome. But back to Valhalla. I don't mind that it's a female or a male character as long as it's the same story and it's pretty consistent with that. I will be perfectly happy with that because I do understand people want to be able to play a male character and some people want to play a female character. So I'm glad that people have that option and it is an important option. But at the end of the day, I personally feel that Ubisoft needs to commit to one character telling their one story and having a definitive ending that everybody's going to see. Because that makes the game, A, you can talk about it more, and B, it's linear and fits a historical context for which Assassin's Creed is based completely around. So back to Valhalla. The character, he looks awesome. She's like a statue in the collector's edition pre-order. She just looks like him, but, a female. So, yeah, that's all cool there. I'm looking forward to the medieval kind of ties to everything. I'm looking forward to adding to my collection for my Xbox One, as you can see. The game looks like it's going to be fun, and I'm glad they're bringing back the Hidden Blade. You get to kind of see the Hidden Blade in Odyssey in a DLC, but you don't get to use it, and it's different, and they're bringing that kind of different Hidden Blade into this one. There's no finger sacrifice required. It's on the top of the wrist, not the bottom where it normally was. And so I hope they kind of go into deeper detail about the origins of that Hidden Blade. I want to know who this shadow figure is that our main character in the trailer sees in the trees. Is he the assassin? What's going on? I want to see the origin. I want to see the change in these characters that I feel like Assassin's Creed has kind of lost because of Odyssey. Origins, I really, really liked Assassin's Creed Origins. The story was linear. It felt like those characters were strong, and it felt like they cared about what was happening in their games, or in the events surrounding them. There was some freedom in Origins where you could pick your weapons, you could choose to help people, you could not. But I don't think a full-on RPG is going to work for Assassin's Creed, like I mentioned, for historical purposes, which is what the game is based around. So, I think by making everything so open, it really screws up the formatting of Assassin's Creed, and it doesn't make the story strong. So I would just say make a choice, Ubisoft. You need to get stricter with your character. But about this game, I'm really pumped. I haven't been this excited for an Assassin's Creed game in a really, really long time. When Odyssey came out and I didn't see a hidden blade and I just saw the Spear of Leonidas crap, I was just like, this isn't Assassin's Creed. I have a different vibe for Valhalla. Even though it doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed per se, it has those elements, and I think the element that it's going to bring back is the element of family and brotherhood, based upon the trailer, because there's scenes in the trailer where, they're with their Viking families, and the British dudes are kind of saying the Vikings are evil, they're killers, they're going around slaughtering cities and towns, pillaging, however I should say that. And I like the family aspect because I think it's kind of doing the AC3 thing where Connor is the outcast. He's an Indian. These guys, they're Vikings. They're the threats. And the British Crown, or however it's going to be in this game, is the enemy, and they're trying to either destroy. In Assassin's Creed 3, it was take over Connor's village and his land. In this game, it looks like they're just trying to. I wonder how they're going to present the Vikings. Like, if the Vikings are going to seem like a brash bunch of bad guys, or if the Vikings are going to seem like true likable characters. There's so many different ways to go with it. Obviously, there's going to be, our character is a Viking, so they're all probably going to be portrayed as good people. But I hope that the parallels between Valhalla and Assassin's Creed 3, I hope Valhalla is almost like a better version of Assassin's Creed 3 to a certain extent. Because, like I was trying to mention earlier, I got off topic, but like I was trying to mention earlier, the savages that Connor was called, the Vikings that are being described as kind of savages in the trailer, those two things really parallel each other. And so it's kind of like the same kind of story, but obviously Valhalla is going to be different. It's going to be unique, and it's going to be something to look forward to. Watch the trailer. It is kick-ass. I can't wait. I'm probably going to pre-order the gold edition of Valhalla once I get to see the gameplay trailer. Obviously, you can go ahead and pre-order it on the Ubisoft store. I'm probably going to get the gold edition. It comes out around holiday season. I'll probably wait until we get to see some gameplay, because that would make sense. You don't want to just hop in some money for a game that's going to end up looking sucky later. But I don't think, I got to tell you guys, I have not felt this excited, this energetic about Assassin's Creed in a long, long time. So even though this video was mostly negative things I had to say, I am super pumped for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm hoping that it gives us something new. I hope it's not just a repackaged Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where it's like, okay, we're going to do the same thing, but this time we'll just do it during the Viking medieval times. Any questions? I hope there's something more to it. I hope it's one that we all look at and we go, that is what brought Assassin's Creed back. Because if this game doesn't work, it has such an awesome build-up. If this game doesn't work, I could really see the Assassin's Creed franchise going downhill. Like, if you think it's already going downhill, if this game fails, I think it could be the end of Assassin's Creed. Or perhaps, like a movie series, this could be the end of this incarnation of the Creed, and they'll do a reboot Assassin's Creed deal where they go back to the roots and go back to Altair and go back to where everything started. I don't mean redo Assassin's Creed 1, but you know what I'm saying. Go back to what Assassin's Creed was. Guys in hoods, cool parkour, a hidden blade, and true core storytelling. That could be what happens if this game flops. So I hope you guys watch the trailer, give your own thoughts, tell me in the comments down below what you think of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, or what do you just think about the Assassin's Creed franchise in general? Do you think it's dead? Do you not want any more? Are you going to get Assassin's Creed Valhalla? I am super pumped about it. We've got so long to go. It's April the 30th right now. I'm excited. I don't know what to say. I'm losing my words here. I just hope there's change, and I hope it's for the better. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that button for notifications, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you want me to do more podcast, vlog, whatever kind of stuff like this, game chats, I don't know. If you want me to do more of this kind of stuff, be sure to hit that like button. Tell me down below what you want me to talk about next. I may or may not, but, if you think I could have something cool to say about whatever it is, please tell me, and I can probably make that happen. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to be on the lookout for Assassin's Creed Valhalla stuff. I know I'm going to keep my eyes out. I'm C.K.AWESOME. CK out.